Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashum, Yahushua, Bahashum, Hakadosh, double honors to the apostles and the elders of their millstone, rule, web, and grace unto the gentlemen, to the truth, peace, and blessings to the host of the elect, Lord, with us forever, listen. And this a video, a little short from the brother, hopefully Lake 3, and I may title it The Nerve of You Devils, man. The nerve of this devil, you know? The nerve of this devil, man. It's Edomite. Now let's play the clip. We'll, quote a few precepts, you know. Lord when this stuff.
I don't think there's any way for the blacks and whites to unify. I was very disheartened yesterday. You see a lot of videos on here with them talking how much they hate the whites and constantly talking bad about the whites. And, you think, it's just social media, but it gets you in a mindset. So yesterday I go to town and, I'm in Walmart and a few other places, and every black person I've passed, you could see in their eyes that they hate white people's guts. There's no, if they're nice and polite, they're faking it. And it's very disheartening because I was always hoping that we could all get together and try and fight our common problems together, but I don't know that that's possible because the disdain that they have for white people, it has carried over so many generations, and they just hate white people's guts. So, but you can see it in their eyes, man. You can see it in their eyes. And let me know what you think in the comments. But man, I don't think we'll ever be able to unify. But segregation may be the ticket. I don't know. That's what they want.
Hey man, that's a motherfucking devil, man. the nerve of these devils, man. Uh, do we not have a reason to not like you motherfuckers, man? Did y'all niggas not give us a reason to goddamn hate your fucking guts? For the violence against our brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. You devils, y'all ain't hate blood, man. Y'all, you acting like goddamn slavery just happened and then y'all just loved on us after once y'all unleashed didn't want to let us go out of slavery, take the chains off our niggas out of slavery. But after that, what? Jim Crow and segregation and all this shit came later. KKK and you fucking devils ain't did nothing but wrong us generation after generation. Not like y'all just stopped and goddamn skate away in the sunset. No, you devils been fucking over us going back to slavery and post slavery, man. Do black people, not black, Negro, Latino, and Native American, do we not have a reason to hate your guts? You butt brokers. You fed our babies to alligators. You raped, robbed, murdered, pillaged. You separated our families. You know, you barbecued us, scalped us. Like, hey man, when we get you motherfuckers in captivity, man, when the Lord returns and 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 it's y'all turn to go into captivity. Hey man, don't expect no motherfucking mercy, man. You goddamn devils, y'all better not expect no motherfucking mercy, man. You motherfuckers should be, you know, you shouldn't be looking for a nigga to like you. Talking about, I thought we gonna all be able to unify. Nigga, y'all don't want to unify with us. And it all, it's scriptural. Same, and niggas, will kumbaya with you. But when the simple niggas that do fuck around in church, y'all, they end up dead. They end up hanging from the tree some goddamn way somewhere, getting raped, you know, drowned. The niggas who do find it in their heart of hearts to church you Edomites, because I'm gonna say Edomites, because it's certain white people that ain't so-called white people. I mean, that ain't so-called Edomites. I mean, not so-called Edomites. You got some so-called white people that are not Edomites, and actually go back to Israel, to the Israelites, go back to one of the sons, the patriarchs of Jacob, or another nation. But all the heathens going into captivity at the end of the day, and you goddamn, you devils, you motherfuckers finna pay, man. You motherfuckers gonna pay. But let's play this again.
You know, I don't think there's any way for the blacks and whites to unify. Uh,
And you wanna know the in all actuality, black people are more compassionate people. So if white people were so goddamn evil and didn't have and didn't hate us so much, it could happen. Which it ain't meant to happen. It's Bible prophecy that it's not gonna happen. But we'll forget these devils, man. You know? But every time Jake, you know, shit these devils trust they in every time a nigga trust their enemy, guess what? They get bit, you know? You can't trust these people, man. Because they not right. And they hate your fucking they the ones hate our guts, man. Because these simple ass niggas will forgive everything you've done and kumbaya with you, you know? But you won't let you devils ones ain't gonna let it happen. You want blood, you want to oppress us, you want to segregate, you want to put us back in slavery. That's your race. Y'all want us back in hardcore bondage. If these devils could put them chains back on you, they will, man. I'm talking about Joe Sixpack, the low level Edomites who didn't who ain't getting, you know, the pinnacle of the blessing of Esau either. You know, all that they, you know, just like us, they got social security cards and shit. They slaves just like us. If they could, they'll put your ass back in the captivity, man. They'll slap a chain on your neck, butt break you again, rape your wives and daughters and sons, put pairs of anguish in you, cut your baby out the stomach. You know, they'll continue to do atrocities to you, man. Light you on fire, split you in half, or tie you to two horses, slap them on the ass to rip you in half. These are evil people, man. And a nigga, a Negro, Latino, and Native American have every right to not trust you and to hate you, man. And you shouldn't have a problem if you devils were sincere. You shouldn't have a problem with the so-called black man hating you. All the shit y'all done this, man. You can't just sweep that shit under the rug and act like it ain't happened. Act like y'all love us now. Can we all just get along? Fuck no, y'all ain't want to get along post slavery. You know, y'all ain't want us in y'all neighborhood. Y'all don't want us in y'all neighborhoods and make property value go down. Ain't that a saying amongst you devils, man? Y'all don't want Jay talking to y'all daughters. You know, you know. Y'all don't want y'all sons hanging with our son, which we and guess what? Guess what it all go back to? Bible prophecy. And the first account is in the book of Genesis, where the Lord say He gonna put enmity between the serpent and the woman. See, this feud go all the way back to the very beginning because little do y'all know, y'all are the offspring of the serpent seed. Y'all the sons of the serpent, you know, and we are the sons of the the sons of God. Y'all are the sons of the wicked, which is the serpent seed. Then you got the sons of men, which represent the other nations in the book of Genesis. So the Lord put enmity between y'all and us, going our way back. And I skipping a few chapters forward, Genesis 25, or where it say who that was, Isaac, Isaac's wife was Sarah. It's Abraham. Let me pull it up. Like, Isaac's wife was Rebecca. Yeah, Isaac. I'm trying to think of Isaac's wife. That's what I was struggling with. Isaac was married to Rebecca, our foremother Rebecca, and Jacob was married to Leah and Rachel, and that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, but skipping a couple chapters forward in Genesis 25, when uh, who was it? When Rebecca, yeah, Rebecca was. Let's go. Let's just get it. This the book of Genesis chapter 25. I need to read it because I'm struggling. This is the book of Genesis chapter 25 and verse 19, and it reads, "And these are the generation of Isaac, Abraham's sons. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian." It say, and Isaac entreated the Lord his for his wife because she was barren, meaning she couldn't have children. And the Lord was entreated of him. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived, meaning she got pregnant. Well, she got pregnant after he prayed to the Lord. So like, okay, I got you. Verse 22, they say, "And the children struggled together within her, and she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord, and said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, two manner of people, two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Meaning we ain't supposed to be together. We ain't never gonna be together, man. And none of the nations gonna just be bunched up. No, you gonna have the Israelites, when the kingdom of heaven come, every nation gonna be have their own. They gonna be separated. You know, it ain't gonna be like America. All the nations just piled up. You don't know what the fuck going on. No, we separate the nations, they lands. This nation gonna be here. That nation gonna be there. That nation gonna be there. Now amongst us, our province or wherever we located at, we gonna have all different kind of nations amongst us because they gonna be our servants, enslaved. You know, but the heathen that's just tributaries unto us who ain't, in captivity unto one of the brothers of, men of the Lord, or Israelites in general. Guess what? They gonna have a certain area where they gonna be. You ain't gonna have air, but there ain't gonna be no doing your own thing, you know. But according to the prophecies, according to the scriptures, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we are to be separated from the bowels, man. Going to the Jacob and Esau, so-called white people, and the so-called Esau being the so-called white man, and Jacob being the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are supposed to be separate from you devils, and we'll never get along because y'all ain't right. That's why it'll never work. You devils deal dirty, man. You dirty devils. You know, the same spirit that's in you was the same spirit that was in Cain, who slew Abel, and then said, "Am I my brother's keeper?" Nigga, that's the same spirit within you, man. You'll slay a nigga and quick, and then say, "Am I my brother's keeper?" But be quick to say, "Oh, we brothers, man. We brothers." No, the fuck, we not no goddamn brothers, nigga. Fuck you, you know. And I'll actually lines that are called for an uprising, nah. But we know y'all, we know y'all our enemies, and we know not to trust you, man. And we have every reason to hate your guts. All we gotta do is look at your track record and show you, nigga, you hate us. The things you done to us, snatching Jake out their house, hanging them, beating them, lying on them, you know, the wickedness y'all done. Hey man, the Lord finna see about you devils, man. That's all y'all need to know. The Lord finna get y'all, man. Yeah, but Jake got every right to not trust you and to hate your guts because you hated our guts first. You did it first, you devil. So it's only right that we hate you back, you know, because even you did all the atrocities and all this wickedness to us, and you devil still hate us, man. And they're still committing atrocities and heinous acts against us, man. This shit ain't stopped. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And, and behold, when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. The first came out red all over like a hairy garment, you know. And he came out red, a Edomite. And there were twins in her womb. I mean, verse 26 is saying, and after that came his brother out, and it ain't give a description of his brother because he came out like a normal Israelite, man, a normal son of God, a normal person with melanin hue, you know, pigment, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, which is it was similar to nigga, we gonna bring you down. And his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was three score and 3 years old, 63. Hold on. And Isaac was 3 score years old, 60, when he bare them. And that's the point. you know, let's go back to this fucking dude.
I, uh, I was very disheartened yesterday. You see a lot of videos on here with them talking how much they hate the whites.
And we see a lot of videos on how much y'all hate us, still calling us niggers, you nigger, and what happened to Chud? Y'all got Chud over $1 million, man. You know the situation about the Metcalf boy, all that proud shit you devils, y'all the proud ones, man. When the Jake was clearly just defending himself, supposedly, allegedly, but we can't trust you devils, man. We don't know how that shit played out. That shit could be all fabricated lie. These motherfuckers be lying, man. And then they in all the positions of power, so you can't get no true justice. So it's like, I mean, it is what it is.
Constantly talking bad about the whites, and
Because ain't nothing good to say about you, man. People constantly talking bad about white people because all you do is fucking bullshit. Ain't nobody got nothing good to say about you, and that's bad on your behalf, man. Because you do know righteousness, you do know good. You know, you can't get mad at nobody because y'all then ran around the earth committing all these atrocities and still doing it. Look what you're doing to all the other nations outside of the nation of Israel. That's why you hate it amongst the people in the earth, man. Not only the Israelites, but just people in general, man. White people are not. If a white person go out of the country, the other nations ain't looking at them like, oh yes. No, they looking like, man, here these niggas go, man. Goddamn American Edomite. they don't say that, but these goddamn Americans, you know.
you think it's just social media, but it gets you in a mindset. So yesterday I go to town, and I'm in Walmart and a few other places, and every black person I've passed, you could see in their eyes that they hate white people's gut.
Yeah, and every that's the same thing for us, man. We can see in y'all motherfucking eyes that y'all fucking hate us still to this day, especially you fucking Edomite men, man. You know, you think we don't see the hatred fuming off you? You know, most of you devils. I ain't gonna say every so-called white person, but majority of you devils, we can see the hatred in you devils. You get red, you looking like you mad. You wanna call a nigga you don't wanna be by. Man, nigga, fuck y'all. Shit. Get what? The best place for you devils is finna be captivity, man.
There's no if they're nice and polite, they're faking it. And
No, if a white person nice and polite, they faking it. Jacob be nice and polite and really mean it. you know? Why? Because we're a compassionate people. If Esau was to give Jake a fair shake, Jake, niggas will forget about slavery. Niggas will let that shit go and let bygone be bygone. You know, if Esau wasn't nigga let all that shit go. No, you ain't gotta give her no. I mean, they might still complain for it. But if you just stop, you know, fucking over Jake or pressing Jake, doing all this wickedness, Jake will let all that shit go and be like, oh, it's equality, everybody equal. Fuck the reparations, you know. Why bring up old shit? And that's why when we tell our people that the so-called white man the devil, they pleading and begging. What about the white man? They worry about the white man getting saved and being a part of the kingdom of heaven. These niggas don't hate your guts. You just hate they guts. These white people just hate your guts. So when they see a nigga, they scared and defensive and ready to kill you, man. They want to tie up a noose in the store, man, and come behind you and stick it around your neck, man.
And it's very disheartening because I was always hoping that we could all get together and try and fight our.
Hey, we just got the precept. We just got the precept. The problem that we have is so-called white people. The problem that you devils have is the elite of the so-called white people, so-called Edomite. Well, not so-called Edomite. Y'all problem is the elite of Esau Edom. You know, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because all y'all are getting ready to go into captivity. And then when the Lord come back and get his vengeance, then you're gonna have to deal with the Israelites, the whole nation of Israel. But vengeance belongs to the Lord. We can't do nothing against you, devils. Y'all own the world. Y'all have the power. Y'all in rulership. Y'all have military, you know, on several continents. The French and Britain, Russia. All you devils are Edomites, man. Spain and Portugal. All y'all Edomites. And all y'all got military.
Common problems together, but I don't know.
Yeah, we ain't got no damn common problem. You know, we don't have nothing. The only common problem that we have together is the elite of you devils, man. That's the common problem. The ruling class Edomites get ready to enslave the whole world. That's the only common problem. You know,
That that's possible because the disdain that they have for white people, it has carried over so many generations.
yeah, because every generation. Don't act like y'all skipped the generation and just loved and hugged and kissed all on us and did good by us and we bringing up old shit. No, you don't. Jake still popping up hanging to this day. They ain't no nigga finna hang themselves. Look at what you devils was doing during Katrina. Hunting niggas. You know, look at what y'all was doing on Epstein Island, letting niggas loose in the woods, hunting them down. The so-called, and them ain't the elite Esau Edom that was hunting us down in the woods on Epstein Island. That was just the upper, you know, the class above you devils, man. The rich, not super rich, but rich, wealthy Edomites. Well-to-do Edomites. But look what Joe Sixpack was doing to Jake during Katrina. Pull them documentaries up on how they was hunting niggas, shooting niggas, catching people outside, torture them and kill
You could see it in their eyes. And let me know what you think in the comments. But man, I don't think we'll ever be able to unify.
them. Nope, ain't no unity coming, nothing but division. And slavery is coming for you, devil. Y'all gonna you and the rest of the heathen gonna unify in captivity, man. But that's pretty much the point, Lord. When this edifying, I want to end it, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh, Bahasham. How could I step on us to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone? Rule Web and Great Jump to the young brothers of truth. Peace and blessings to the hopefully. Shalom. Kwam Yashala and Bob. Shalom.